Really bad PMS symptoms and painful periods are not normal. They are a sign of a hormonal imbalance. Hello, my name is Danielle and I make videos about health, healing and self-growth. It means a lot if you like this video and subscribe to my channel because it really helps me grow. If you're someone who experiences a lot of bloating, heavy bleeding, really hard PMS symptoms like depression, anxiety, really bad period cramps, sister, I hear you. I was and still am one of them. But I can say that through time, through healing on different levels and through loving myself and my body more and more, I am experiencing less and less negative PMS and period symptoms. And I am able to tune in more with my body and really respect its cycle, because as women, we are made this way. We cannot just overlook this beautiful, actually beautiful way that nature made us. Women, we are such amazing creatures. I mean, don't get me wrong, men are as well, but we are portals for new souls to enter this world, and we experience bleeding and cycles for a reason, and it is a beautiful thing, and you should be proud to be a woman. You should be proud to be bleeding monthly, to have these moon cycles, whatever you call them. I think that a lot of women are also thinking and talking about their cycles in a negative way, using negative words, and that just propels that negative mindset they have towards being a woman and having this natural process, this natural body process occurring in their bodies. And it just makes the whole thing worse. It just makes the whole period and the whole cycle worse, because our thoughts affect so much of our reality. I think that that is becoming clearer. And if you think about something negatively, well, yeah, it's gonna be more negative and you're gonna experience more pain. For example, if you think about yourself as a depressed person and you put yourself in a box, okay, I'm a depressed person, guess what? You're gonna be more depressed. So same applies to having a cycle and how you think about yourself and your cycle. It is in your hands. It is in your hands to change your reality, to better the relationship you have with yourself and your cycle. I myself was experiencing a quite serious hormonal issues in the past. I was dealing with PCOS, which is a polycystic ovarian syndrome, if you're not aware. I was having and experiencing cysts on my ovaries after I went off of birth control. And for the first time in my life, I truly had the time to think about what my cycle means to me and what kind of relationship I have with it. Because from the moment when I started having it, I just thought about it like a nuisance. Oh, I must get this again. It's painful. It kind of makes me not able to do certain things for a period of time. And I don't think that that's really a good approach to your body. And so when I was finally able to heal that health issue and I got my period back after almost a year or so, I was really grateful. I was crying tears of joy. And if you're also experiencing similar issues, I can't really truly help you here. You can help yourself, and please don't take any of advice that I'm giving in this video seriously. If you're having serious health issues, please go to the doctor. All I'm doing here is sharing my own experience and maybe like lighten a way to a better outlook on being a woman and having a cycle. What I can also say is that through time, it's a long time, a few years since I experienced PCOS, but from then I was connecting with my own femininity more and more, and being a woman and having a cycle and what kind of relationship I have with it, and trying to live my life more according with my cycle. As a woman, you have 4 phases of your menstrual cycle. First is the menstrual phase, when you bleed, when you don't feel oh so good. Then you have the follicular phase, when your mood goes up and you experience more energy and you can be the most productive in the whole month. Then ovulation occurs. We all know what happens in that time, and then energy levels go down and you start progressing into luteal phase, when you're slowly getting closer and closer to experiencing bleeding again. I'm sorry if I said any of those words wrong. I'm not a native speaker, but you get the picture. I will not go into detail about explaining all these phases of a menstrual cycle. There's I think plenty of videos on YouTube already explaining this, or Google can be your best friend. All I'm trying to say is that if we compare ourselves to men, their hormones are pretty much the same through the whole month. They experience just slightly different levels throughout the day. Their hormone balances vary a little bit. But women, we are like this through the whole month. Our energy levels and hormones fluctuate in a big way. Just our society overlooks how we should be more adapted to our own cycles, to live according to our own cycles. And for example, when we are in the luteal phase, when we are approaching our periods, take more rest, sleep more, eat more, and just be more loving to ourselves. I mean, we have to be loving to ourselves all the time, right? But in that time of the month, we should really take even more care of ourselves, so that then we can experience less of those really excruciating PMS symptoms, which I'm telling you, it is possible. I'm not someone who is completely done with her PMS symptoms. I still get cramps. I still get anxiety when I'm approaching my menstruation, my bleeding, but it has changed a lot. So I woke up today and found out that I am bleeding. My period has begun. So I'm celebrating even more today being a woman and all the blessings that come with it. I'm also very happy to report that I'm experiencing very little pain. I am experiencing very little pain. I don't have much period cramps, which is very strange to me. Usually the pain is pretty bad, so I have to take a painkiller. And I attribute this to the recent practices that I am partaking in my life, which are balancing my hormones more. Really bad PMS symptoms and painful periods are not normal. They are a sign of a hormonal imbalance. And I also think that we all can do something to benefit our hormone balance and figure out how to be healthier in this way, so we can have less painful periods and a more relaxed time during that time of the month. When it comes to my diet, I don't complicate. I eat as usual. I just make sure that I'm eating enough and that I listen to my body's cravings, which means if I feel like I have to eat more than usual, I will. I won't stuff my face. Honestly, I don't have the need to do so anymore. But if I feel like I need to eat a little bit more or satisfy a sugar craving, I will do so mindfully as well. I also drink a lot of hot liquids and I eat primarily hot foods. I avoid eating and drinking cold foods. I've read somewhere that during PMS and your period, you need warming foods and warming liquids entering your body, entering your system, to just warm up your body and avoid or reduce pain during menstruation. I like drinking hot cocoa any day, but 1 week before my period, when I start feeling less energetic and I can feel my mood and energy going down, I drink hot cocoa every single day. Dark chocolate is a really good source of important minerals, including iron, magnesium, zinc, copper, and so on, but eating dark chocolate regularly or drinking hot cocoa in the luteal phase of your cycle and during your period can relax muscles and ease pain. This is because dark chocolate is rich in magnesium, which is a muscle relaxant. The higher the percent of cocoa in your chocolate or your cocoa powder, the higher the amount of minerals and vitamins there is in it, so be mindful which kind of cocoa powder you buy. I always look for the most high quality cocoa powders. Usually they are from Peru, but that's not so important. Just be careful that you buy high-fat cocoa powder, which contains at least 22% cocoa butter. Don't buy reduced fat cocoa powder. Those are not so hormone friendly. When my period is approaching, I also get a lot more introverted and I don't do well in a lot of social situations, or I feel a little bit off. And in that time, it is also okay, more than okay, it is encouraged to ask for more attention from your loved ones, to ask for hugs. It is great to be an independent woman and take care of yourself, but it is also very healing when you are able to ask and permit yourself to feel love and attention from the people around you. I also follow my intuition with training and movement before my period. Sometimes I just lighten up my workouts, I deload, I reduce the amount of workouts a week or so before my period. Sometimes I take week-long breaks or just how much I need. In that time, I just do walks and some light stretching and yoga and try to spend as much time in nature. Try to make sure to sleep more, rest more, take more breaks, and just allow myself to do things more slowly. I also try to stress less, to do things that calm me down, although it's still a challenge for me. I still get irritated very easily and I'm still figuring out ways how to break the cycle of getting agitated and angry and frustrated and just find new ways to calm down my nervous system. It is time for us women to go within, to do things more slowly, take time for things, take time for ourselves, take time for feelings. I would like to start a discussion in the comments because I'm so curious to know what are your ways to make your period more bearable, and for men, how are you taking care of your women in this time? I am experiencing a lot of PMS symptoms right now. I have brain fog, I have a slight headache. I'm just waiting for my period to finally arrive so I can relax, like okay. Still, sister, I'm not like completely, oh, how a period is a wonderful thing, but I'm just trying to be more accepting and loving to myself and see it as a normal thing. And I know that I can work towards having less pain and these heavy PMS symptoms. I know it is possible. I know I have done a lot to just alleviate them, and I know that much work is needed, but I am on that way, and I just wish for every woman to be aware of this and that we all strive to, take better care of ourselves, to be able to just say, you know what, I'm not going to do this completely 100%. I don't have enough energy to be able. I just wish that we would be able to say, sorry, I cannot complete this task 100% today at work because I'm approaching my period and I feel really bad, and not feel bad about it, but just explain it to people and don't burn ourselves out, because I think that causes even more hormonal imbalances when we are not living according to our cycle, and then we complain that we have terrible PMS symptoms and that even when we're not menstruating we're dealing with a lot of stress and depression. It's because our hormones are out of whack and they're everywhere. And I think the only possible way is to truly accept having a cycle and living according to it. So I'm just sending a lot of love to all the women out there, and men, please take care of your woman in this challenging time. We need care. And to women, to take better care of ourselves and just hug ourselves tightly if no one else is doing that in the moment.